Hello, new flute parents. This video is going to help you out by showing you where to put your fingers on the flute if you're helping your child practice at home. The first step with the plastic flute, we'll also get to the silver flutes in a minute, is to have your left thumb covering this little dot right here on the back. You're going to wrap your first finger around so that it lands on this first key. And it's really important that this part of your finger is up against the flute because it helps support the instrument. So thumb on the back, first finger here, second finger of your left hand goes on the next key down, third finger goes on the key after that. On your other hand, you'll notice, your right hand, there's a little flat spot on the back of the instrument here. Your thumb is just going to point straight at that, and then your hand goes in a nice round C shape. Your first finger goes on this key, second finger goes here, third finger, second key from the bottom, and the last finger, your pinky there, goes on that last key. So once again, left thumb, wrap this finger around so that your first finger is on, second finger, third finger, and you'll notice that this is all with the long bar right here. This next bar is your right hand, so thumb goes on the back, first finger here, second finger, third finger, and pinky. So that's where all of your fingers go. The only one that's not doing anything at the moment is your left hand pinky. If you have one of these ones with all the extra fancy keys, you are going to do the same basic setup with a couple of changes. So you have two thumb keys on the back right here. We're going to start with your thumb on the long one. Your left finger, forefinger, again wraps around the flute so it's right up against the body of the instrument and it helps press up and in. It's going to sit on the second key, so not this first one, but this next one down, so right across from your thumb. Your next finger skips over a key, goes on this one right here, and you can see on this little flute it's got extra buttons on that key, so that can help you out. Third finger goes on the next one right next to it, and then your pinky works this little G-sharp key right here, the little spatula guy. On your right hand, if you have one of these fancy little thumb ports on your flute, your thumb just goes right underneath it. If you don't, then it does the same thing as it did on the toot, where it just presses forward against the back of the flute. Your pinky is going to go on the last key down here, and then your fingers just fall in line from there. So you should have two keys that are empty with no fingers right here. So once again, we have thumb on the back on the long key, first finger of our left hand wraps around the flute, holds on to it, and this first key, we skip one, and then go the next two in line. Then there are two empty keys, and then we go 1, 2, 3, pinky, with your thumb underneath the thumb port on the back if you have one, or just straight up against the flute if you don't. If you have a flute with a long foot joint like this on it, the basic idea is the same. Thumb on the long key on the back here, skip over that first one, finger 2, finger 3. You're going to have two empty ones here after your pinky key. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then with all these pinky keys on the bottom, your finger is going to go on the first one next to the body. So I hope that helps you get set up, and good luck with practicing.